Hello students and welcome to the third part of X by Y technology. Myself Shankhu Ghosh, Assistant Professor of Automobile Engineering Department at Dr. Sudhir Chandra Sood Degree Engineering College under the JIS group. Today we'll discuss the third part of the X by Y, which is taken from the topic is taken from the title of X by Y technology, which is a module number 6. This module is taken from the subject of modern vehicle technology. This is a 7th semester automobile engineering students subject, and the subject code is AUE 704B. So students, before starting this class, just recap the previous classes. On the first part of this X by Y technology, we discussed about the X by Y technology. There discuss the working principle, its important components, then its classification and history. And after during the classification, we covered the first type, that is the steer by wire technology. On the second part, that is the part X by wire technology part 2, where we discuss the second type of the X by wire, that is the brake by wire technology. And now today we will cover the third part of the X by wire technology, that is the throttle by wire technology. So students, let's start the X by wire technology part C. As I told, the X by wire technology is classified in three ways, that is steer by wire technology, number 2 is brake by wire technology, and number 3 is throttle by wire technology. So in between three, in the previous two classes we'll cover the we are already covered the steer by wire technology and the brake by wire technology. Now today we will discuss the third part, that is the throttle by wire technology. So students, let's start this throttle by wire technology. Throttle by wire technology. Conventional throttle system. Conventional throttle system consists of a cable running from the gas pedal through the firewall and into the throttle body. This cable slides within a housing as its winds it way around the various components. Such a system is relatively bulky and prone to wear. The system needs periodic service. The system needs periodic service for oiling and the adjustment. Such sorry, such automotive manufacturers such automotive manufacturers are beginning to implement a new means of throttle control known as the throttle by wire. So in the conventional throttle system, which is consisting of a cable which is running from the gas pedal through the firewall into the throttle body, where into the throttle body. This cable slides within a housing as it winds its way around the various components, and and this system needs periodic service for oiling and the adjustment. So some automotive manufacturers are beginning to implement a new means of throttle control system, which is known as the throttle by wire, system. The throttle by wire is currently being implemented. The throttle by wire is currently being implemented in the C5 Corvette, the Acura NSX, and the Toyota Tundra The throttle by wire consists of a sensor which is providing the pedal position sensor. The data acquired by the sensor is sent to the engine control module or the ECM that receive information from the several other components and determine the parameter to change. The data acquired by the sensor is sent to the ECM that receive information from the several other components and determine the parameter to change. The ECM or the engine control module coordinate components such as the ABS, gear selection, fuel and the air intake, and the traction control. This embedded intelligence result in increased fuel efficiency, reduce the emission, and improve the performance. So with the throttle by wire, information is transmitted electronically rather than the mechanically. So there are no frictional losses. With fewer moving parts, the system is lighter, more accurate, and nearly maintenance free. The throttle by wire is a technology. So the throttle by wire is a technology that makes connection over the system on the pedal, or that makes a connection or systems on the pedal towards the throttle without sling cable, but rather using the sensors connected on a computer or the electronic control unit or the ECU. Technically, the module which connected with the ECU will read the engine requirement of ignition and the fuel supply. Then compared with the throttle angle and then compared with the throttle angle and the pedal sensor. When the car is running, and the module reads that the engine does not require much fuel, even though the pedal is rammed deep, the fuel will be steamed as needed. So students, the throttle by wire is a technology that makes the connection or the system on the pedal towards the throttle without the sling cable, but rather using sensor connected to a computer or the electronic control unit that is called as the ECU. Technically, the module which connected with the ECU will read the engine requirement, of ignition and the fuel supply, and then it is compared to the throttle angle and the pedal. When the car is running, and the module reads that the engine does not require much fuel, even though the pedal is deep, the fuel will be steamed as needed. Throttle by wire is an automotive technology that is widely used on vehicle. Throttle by wire is an automotive technology that is widely used on the vehicles today. It replaces the traditional throttle linkage. The traditional throttle linkage means a cable between the accelerator pedal and the throttle. This is the traditional throttle linkage. This traditional throttle linkage with an accelerator pedal position sensor. So the throttle by wire is replace the traditional throttle linkage with the accelerator pedal position sensor and an electronically operated throttle. This system means TBW or the throttle by wire system provides the several advantages over the mechanical system. That's a it eliminates binding problem in mechanical linkage, preventing the throttle from the sticking, allows automated control of the throttle that helps to reduce the emission and improve the fuel economy. This can be modeled and installed as a modular system. Allow the ECM or the engine control module to integrate torque management with the cruise control, traction control and the stability control. Now coming to the working of this throttle by wire technology. The accelerator pedal sensor sends the position of the accelerator pedal. The accelerator pedal sensor sends the position of the accelerator pedal, and this information is conveyed, and this information, that means the position of this accelerator, is conveyed to the ECM or the engine control module as a change in the electrical resistance. The ECM or the engine control module actuates a servo motor, which actuates the butterfly valve in the throttle assembly. The position of the throttle is continuously monitored and information is conveyed to the ECM using a feedback circuit. So as I see in the picture, this is the throttle pedal and this is the throttle pedal position sensor. So this throttle position sensor changes the position of this accelerator pedal or the throttle pedal. This sensor changes the throttle position to the vehicle engine control module of the ECM. Then ECM actuates the servo motors, and then it helps to actuate the throttle valve, throttle valve inside the throttle body. So this is the basic working nature of the throttle by wire technology or TBW technology. Now coming to the components of this, which is most important for this throttle by wire technology or the TBW technology. That is, first one is the throttle body. Throttle body is part of the air intake system. The throttle body is the part of the air intake system that controls the amount of air intake into the engine. The throttle body is located in between the water filter box and the intake manifold. So students, basically the throttle is a mechanism by which fluid flow is managed by a construction or the obstruction. An engine power can be increased or decreased. An engine's power can be increased or the decreased by the restriction of inlet gases, but usually it's decreased. The term throttle has come to the refer informally to any mechanism by means which the power or speed of an engine is regulated, such as a car's accelerator pedal, What is often termed a throttle is also called a thrust lever, particularly for the jet engine powered aircraft. For a steam locomotive, etc., the valve which is control the steam is known as the regulator. So this throttle body is a part of the air intake system that control the amount of air flowing into the system or the engine. It responds to the deliver accelerated pedal input the main. The throttle body is usually located. The throttle body is usually located in between this the air filter and the box and the intake manifold. Sorry. And it is usually attached to or near the mass airflow sensor. So this engine, often an engine coolant line, also run through in order to the engine to draw the intake air at a certain temperature. Therefore, they know the density. So basically, throttle body is a part of the air intake system which controls the amount of the air intake into the engine, and this is located in between the air filter box and the intake manifold. Next is servo motor. Next one is the servo motor. The servo motor is a motor with a closest feedback. The servo motor is a motor with a closed feedback system. The closed feedback system in which the position of motor will be informed back to the control circuit in the servo motor. The servo motor consists of a series of gears and potentiometer. The potentiometer serves to determine the angle limit to the servo rotation. While the angle of servo motor axis is adjusted based on the width of the pulse which is sent through the signal foot of the motor cable. So student, a servo motor is a rotary actuator or the linear actuator that basically allows the precise control of angular or the linear position, the velocity and the acceleration. It consists of a suitable motor which is coupled for a sensor for the position feedback. And it is also requires a relatively sophisticated controller, often a dedicated module designed specifically for use in servo motor. The servo motors are not a specific class of motor, although the term of servo motor is often used to refer to a motor suitable for use in a closed loop control system. Basically, these servo motors are used in the application such as the robotics, CNC machine, automatic manufacturing, etc. So student, this servo motor is a motor with a closed loop feedback system. This position the motor will be informed back to the control circuit in the servo motors, and it consists of the series of gear and the potentiometer, where the potentiometer serves to determine the angle limit of servo rotation. Next is accelerator accelerated accelerator pedal position sensor. The accelerator pedal position sensor. The accelerator pedal position sensor or APPS is the sensor to obtain the sensor used is the accelerator pedal position sensor is the sensor which is used to obtain the correct acceleration position. The APPS on vehicle use angle position sensor. Use the angle position sensor with the help of the potentiometer and variable and generate along the output. The accelerator pedal position sensor or the APPS is consist of two main signal sensor, namely is APPS main, that is an accelerator pedal position sensor main, and APPS sub, that is accelerator pedal position sensor sub. The APPS main is used to monitor the throttle position, and the APPS sub is used to control the liveliness of the APPS sensor. The pedal is connected to the accelerator pedal position sensor or the APPS as input. Then the APPS sends a signal to the microcontroller. With the microcontroller processes the signal, then command the actuator, that is the servo motor, to open the throttle. So basically the accelerator meter pedal positions are the two types. It consists of two main signal. Number one is APPS mains, that is the monitor the throttle position, and number two is APPS sub, which is used to control the liveliness of the APPS sensor. Then this sensors send the signal to the microcontroller, and microcontroller helps to commands the actuators, that is the servo motor, to open the throttle valve. Now coming to the simulator design. The throttle-by-wire simulator is designed using the mechanical and the throttle and the electronic components. When the accelerator is pressed, the pedal sensor is sent a signal to the microcontroller. The signal is processed by the microcontroller and the microcontroller gives the command. To drive the servo motor as the throttle opening. So when the gas pedal is throttle stepped also. So when the gas pedaling throttle stepped also move. The angle of the gas pedal and the throttle aperture is displayed on the throttle aperture and display on the LCD or the liquid crystal display. The throttle-by-wire simulator including an electronic circuit which is consisting of the microcontroller or the LCD servo motor and the pedal sensor. So students, the throttle-by-wire simulator including electronic circuit which is consist of the microcontroller, LCD, servo motor and the pedal sensor. These are the four. Here you can see in the picture. First one is the pedal sensor, second one is microcontroller, third one is servo motor, and the fourth one is the throttle. So here pedal sensor is the input, Microcontroller is the processor, servo motor is the actuator, and the throttle is the output. Now coming to the wiring of the simulator, throttle wiring of the simulator. The whole simulator circuit, all mechanical and electronic components are subsequently assembled into simulator for use in learning media. This simulator uses a microcontroller type AT Mega 16 microcontroller type AT Mega 16 as a signal processor from the pedal sensor. The pedal sensor uses a potentiometer which is based on the accelerometer. The pedal sensor uses a potentiometer which is based on the accelerometer or the accelerometer. The servo motors servo motors used servo motors with the servo motor used with 1.5 millisecond pulses 1.5 millisecond pulses in 2 millisecond wide of period. 1.5 millisecond pulses in 2 millisecond wide period. 16 into 2 the 16 into 2 sized LCD is used for displaying the PWM and the pedal angle. So this is the total wiring of the simulator as in picture. So this is the pedal, this is the sensor pedal, there is the multimeter, the battery. Positive is connected to the multimeter, negative is connected to the sensor, and sensor is connected to the pedal position. So this is the total wiring of the simulator. Now coming to the simulator testing. The simulator testing is done by the testing each component of the system and the testing the whole system, such as the pedal position, pedal sensor testing. Number 2 is servo motor testing, and third one is the LCD testing. Now starting with pedal sensor testing. The aim of pedal sensor testing, the aim of the pedal sensor testing is to determine whether there is a voltage or signal which is flowing and sent to the microcontroller. So the aim of the pedal sensor testing is to determine whether there is a voltage or the signal which is flowing, which helps to flowing and the send flowing and which help to send the microcontroller. Testing is done by the pressing. The testing is done by the pressing the accelerator and measuring the output voltage with the voltmeter. If the output voltage shown, is shown 0.8 volt, that means the pedal sensor is in good condition. Next is servo motor testing. The aims of servo motor testing to determine if there is current flowing to the servo motor when the simulator is operated. If the servo motor is moving and the outflow is 9.4 milliampere, it means the servo motor is in the good condition. So students, for the testing the servo motors, the aims is servo motor test to determine if there is current flowing, there is the current flowing to the servo motor. Current flowing to the servo motor when the simulator is operated. Here is the picture of the servo motor testing. This one is the servo motor, which is connected with the battery and the avometer or the multimeter. So students, in the servo motor testing, if the servo motor is moving and its outflow is 9.4 milliampere, so it means the servo motor is in the good condition. Next is the LCD testing. LCD means liquid crystal display. The LCD testing, where LCD testing aims to determine LCD testing aims to determine whether the LCD can display text in the form of the letter or the number when the simulator is operated. The LCD display letter number means it works well. When we test the LCD, if the LCD display in form of letter or any kind of number during the simulation, it means the LCD is in the good condition. Now, after completing the classification of this X-by-wire, now coming to the advantages of the X-by-wire technology. It reduces the weight of the vehicle. It increases the operational accuracy. It eliminates losses caused by the mechanical linkage. It longer the service interval, that is, it decreases in visits for the routine maintenance and the other adjustment. It maintains free operation, the better accuracy, and hence result in the better fuel efficiency and the lower emission So students, these 7 are the advantages of the X-by-wire technology. Next is disadvantages of the X-by-wire technology. It drive-by-wire system are costly to design and the manufacturer. The drive-by-wire system are costly to design and the manufacturer. So the number 1. Number 2 is software failure may lead to malfunctioning of this system. Number 3 is error in calculation of required data. Error in the calculation of the required data may lead to an accident. And number 4 is the prone to hacking which may jeopardize the control of the vehicle. So these are the 4 disadvantages of this X-by-wire technology. So students, here we complete the third part of this X-by-wire technology and also complete the X-by-wire technology. So students, after completing this X-by-wire technology, you can easily understand about this X-by-wire technology, its history, its working principle, and what are the main components used to make a X-by-wire technology and its classification. Then you can easily understand about the steer-by-wire technology, then its components and its manufacturing method. Next is brake-by-wire technology, how it manufacturing, how it produce. Next is throttle-by-wire and its production. So after completing this lecture, you will easily understand about this type of X-by-wire technology and their advantage and disadvantages. So students, on the next class we will discuss on another topic. So still then, stay at home and stay safe. Thank you so much class.